Welcome to Type Magazine. Tonight we are having Fredrik Andersson here from the band Stratus, who just recently released a new album called Stratology. Fredrik, you're the lead guitarist and the lead singer in a rock band. How does that feel?
That's what I say. That feels quite good, actually.
And you've been playing now together for a little over a year.
A little over a year. We started around the New Year's, bordering to 2013. So, 14 months, something like that.
Can you tell us a little about how you met?
We met, actually, me and the bass player Georg already knew each other and knew that we had something going on between us. Not that kind of stuff, but musically. Musically, we definitely had some common ground, and we pondered quite a lot on the idea to put a band together, but we never really seemed to go anywhere for about a couple of years or something like that. But then we finally decided that we were playing in other bands as well at the time. But then around the tail end of 2012, we sort of decided that we get us a drummer, put out an ad in several places on the interweb, and then we got this guy called Robert, who is the drummer at the moment, and probably will be for the time being. So, and he was very good. We really hit it off immediately when we had our first rehearsal. We sort of jammed around the "Sunshine of Your Love" riff, the Cream song, and yeah.
Because I know you're quite into the progressive rock scene.
That's right. At least me personally, I have a very big fondness for progressive rock, like Jess and Jethro Tull and early Genesis and stuff like that. So I believe that's something you will ask me later about the influences on the music, so I might as well skip a little bit ahead and tell you that yes, there are traces of progressive rock in our music as well, although I wouldn't call it progressive rock per se, though. I believe that we're first and foremost a heavy rock band.
So tell us about the music that you play.
Yeah, well, what's to say about it? It's trippy at the same time, occasionally very heavy, I'd say, by the early 70s standard understanding of heavy, of course. We are definitely inspired by bands, the classic rock, heavy rock bands like Sabbath and Led Zeppelin and Deep Purple, Uriah Heep and Cream, as you mentioned, and Hendrix as well.
You also have Beatles influences.
Definitely, Beatles are probably the main influence on me personally, because that was the first musical love for me and still is. So they're kind of the foundation in everything I do. So there will always be traces of Beatles down there somewhere in the bottom.
We have the pleasure to have a short clip from one of your rock concerts.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah. So let's watch that.
Yeah, that's.
Well, that was great, Fredrik. What song was that?
That was a song called Commuter Blast, which is featured on our new album, actually.
Do you have any Beatles influences in that song?
Well, I would lie if I were to say that there weren't, because there are Beatles influences in just about everything I do, one way or another. But I leave it up to the listener.
You just released your first album, and it's called Stratology.
Yeah, we just did in December, around Christmas actually.
Can you please tell us a little about the album?
Yeah, the album is a debut album, obviously, our first album, which, by the way, is available on the web, like on Spotify, and you can download it at Bandcamp, and you can donate money for it if you like. You don't have to. So it's listenable on the web. It's our debut.
It's available for free on Spotify.
Yeah, for free. You always pay one way or another, but yeah, it's available. So The album itself contains 12 tracks, which are the tracks that basically the songs that we happen to have been rehearsing until the time of the recording, which actually took place during the summer last year, 2013. And then it took a while to mix it, because it's mixed and recorded by our very dear friend Kent Cederström, guitarist in another band called Machine, which you, by the way, should also check out. Heavy stoner rock, a lot heavier than we are, a lot more modern as well. But he did a very great job producing it during the fall of 2013. So I have to say it's probably the one piece of musical artifact that I actually sort of gotten out with the aid of others that has actually turned out so good that I definitely can stand behind it.
Yeah, because I know you've been quite active in the music scene for many years now. You've been playing in different bands, you've also done some solo projects, and you've been doing music for a very long time now.
Yeah, quite a long time. I'd say about at least half of my life. I started playing playing the guitar when I believe I was 14, something like that, and almost immediately started to try my hands on songwriting, which it took a long while, if I gotta be honest. But you gotta start somewhere, and I believe that has over the years finally paid off one way or another.
Yeah, you're not the only one in this band, are
No.
you? No.
Finally, I've gotten a band together which does not only contain me and myself.
Can you tell us a little about the other band members?
I can, and I will. There are, as I mentioned, Georg on the bass guitar, and is actually trying out some backing vocals as well, at least on the when we play live. And then we got Robert on drums and various percussion, and they do a very great job. Georg has been active in other bands as well, been playing bass among other bands in Cucumber Garden and Slow Explosion. Both are inactive at the moment, though he's devoted himself entirely to Stratus, as have I.
Didn't you also have a short break in Cucumber Garden?
I did. I was a drummer.
Yeah.
And yeah, it might sound a bit inbred-ish, but the same people tend to reoccur in different band constellations, and Cucumber Garden is no exception, because that was actually Kent's, which I mentioned before, his and his girlfriend's project.
Well, isn't it like that in every business? Almost.
I believe, and it's especially true when it comes to musicians, I believe.